The Urantia book. The Urantia book. Paper 55, The Spheres of Light and Life. Section 5 is the acme of material development. War has become a matter of history, and there are no more armies or police forces. Government is gradually disappearing. Self-control is slowly rendering laws of human enactment obsolete. So this is the era of light and life when this begins to happen on a mature sphere. This planet, Urantia, Urantia, in the Urantia book, is not a mature sphere and is nowhere near the age of light and life. Section 6 in paper 55, the individual mortal. As worlds, human evolutionary will-being planets, such as this one, Urantia, 10 million total in a local universe, in the Urantia book. As worlds advance in the settled status of light and life, society becomes increasingly peaceful. The individual, while no less independent and devoted to his family, has become more altruistic and fraternal. And it goes on with its discussion of what a world of light and life is. The first or planetary stage. This epoch extends from the appearance of the Morontia temple at the new planetary headquarters to the time of the settling of the entire system in light and life. Ooh. This age is inaugurated by the Trinity Teacher Sons at the close of their successive world missions, when the Planetary Prince is elevated to the status of Planetary Sovereign by the mandate and personal presence of the Paradise Bestowal Son of that sphere, such as myself. The first or planetary stage, this age is inaugurated by the Trinity Teacher Sons at the close of their successive world missions, when the Planetary Prince of this world, Urantia, Machiaven, and Melchizedek, will be elevated to the status of Planetary Sovereign by the mandate and personal presence of myself and Michael of Lebanon, Jesus of Nazareth, who also bestowed himself on this sphere. Michael of Lebanon, Jesus of Nazareth. Michael of Lebanon is the local universe creator, maker, ruler, and now sovereign. He bestowed himself on this world as Jesus of Nazareth, and that is a bestowal mission. He is a Paradise Bestowal Son on this sphere as a creator son. I am a magisterial avonal son, also currently on this planet in a bestowal mission as a male child born of woman, grown to adulthood. $55. So the first or planetary stage for an entire system. A system has 1,000 worlds in it in terms of human evolutionary worlds, similar to this planet Urantia. A system has 1,000 human evolutionary worlds in it. And so the first or planetary stage of of light and life is that all of the planets, all 1,000 or so of the planets in a system achieve light and life. So for each planet, this world urantia this will happen for this world urantia in the future, sometime in the future, for this particular world urantia. So on this planet urantia, when this world achieves light and life in terms of the relative goodness of every single human being on the planet, in terms of good character, then when this age occurs on this planet urantia, it will be inaugurated by the Trinity Teacher Sons at the close of their successive world mission on this sphere, when Machiavel and Melchizedek, the future, well, he is currently the Planetary Prince of this world. He's been named that. He's been given the job of being the spiritual ruler, Planetary Prince of this particular world urantia. He has not assumed any, he has not taken the job in a obvious functional way. He has, so he is the Planetary Prince in waiting, if that's the right way to put it. But he has not taken over this planet yet in terms of being the Planetary Prince for and on this sphere. But he will be elevated to the status of Planetary Sovereign when this world achieves light and life by the mandate and personal presence of Michael of Nebadon, Jesus of Nazareth, and myself, the two bestowal sons on this sphere. In my lifetime as a magisterial Avonal son on this planet, Machiavel to Melchizedek will arrive on the planet. He will set up his city on the planet at some time, and I will be a part of that. As a magisterial Avonal son on a bestowal mission, I will be a part of that. I will be recognized by whomever, Machiavel and Melchizedek and others involved with the city of Machiavel to Melchizedek. I will be recognized by them and others as a magisterial Avonal son on this planet in a bestowal mission. And my job with them, my role with them, my job with them will be basically as an advisor or in an ambassadorial relationship. That's what it will be. The second or system stage for light and life, and an entire system of 1,000 inhabited and inhabitable worlds. When an entire system of 1,000 inhabited worlds settles in light and life, a new order of government is inaugurated. Oh. Same for a constellation. A constellation has 100 systems in it. So a constellation has 100 systems in it. When all those systems settle in light and life, then the constellation settles in light and life. Section 9. And there's a long discussion in here about that. Not long, a few paragraphs, but they explain what that means. The fourth or local universe stage. During this and subsequent ages, the magisterial sons, such as myself, continue to function as dispensational adjudicators, while 100 of these Avonal sons of paradise constitute the new high, such as myself, constitute the new high council of the bright morning star on the universe capital. So when a local universe achieves light and life. At this time, I, as a magisterial son, continue to function as a dispensational adjudicator. So I, as a magisterial son, continue to go to human evolutionary worlds in Nebadon. Nebadon is the universe of my assignment. I continue to go to those worlds for judicial actions, which means the raising of the dead. So periodically on any human evolutionary world, the human evolutionary beings on that planet die. As time goes by, human evolutionary beings die. A period of time goes by for that. And then at a certain period of time, there is a mass raising of the dead. That's what a judicial action is. That's what the dispensational adjudications would be at that point when the universe is settled in light and life. During this time period of light and life of a local universe, this local universe of Nebadon, when this local universe of Nebadon is in fully achieved light and life, meaning all 100 constellations in Nebadon are in light and life, as it's defined and discussed in the Urantia book. During that time period, dispensational adjudications, judicial actions, the raising of the dead continues on the human evolutionary worlds. So during this time period, I or one of my other magisterial avonal sons, 1,062 of us not my other brothers, the other magisterial avonal sons in Nebadon, my magisterial avonal brothers, all 1,062 of us continue as dispensational adjudicators, doing judicial actions. The raising of the dead is what that is. While 100 of these avidal sons of paradise, such as myself, would constitute the new High Council of the Bright Morning Star. So while dispensational adjudications, judicial actions, the raising of the dead continues for mortal evolutionary spheres, I could be, as an avonal son of paradise, I could be one of the 100 of the avonal sons of paradise who constitute the new High Council of the Bright Morning Star on the universe capital. I, or any of my other paradise avonal magisterial brothers here in Nebadon, could constitute this 100 of the avenal sons of paradise, us, the ones in Nebadon, the 1,060 of and among the 1,062 in Nebadon. 100 of us would constitute the new High Council of the Bright Morning Star on the universe capital of Salvington. The name of this universe is Nebadon. Its capital is called Salvington. Later on, as requested by the system sovereigns, one of these magisterial sons, such as myself, will become the supreme counselor stationed on the headquarters world of each local system until the 7th stage of unity is attained. Later on, and as requested by the system sovereigns, I, or any of my magisterial avonal brothers, will become the supreme counselor stationed on the headquarters world of each local system until the 7th stage of unity is attained. I assume by what they mean by that is the last part of that sentence, to me, is saying that the 7th stage of light and life for a system and or for an entire universe, the 7th stage of unity. They may or may not more fully describe that in here somewhere in the Urantia book. We are, however, satisfied regarding two features of our speculations. If the Creator sons are destined to the outer universes, the divine ministers will undoubtedly accompany them. Oh. So for finaliters, potential finaliters, so me, you, any human evolutionary will being on this planet, currently on this planet, or in the grand universe. The grand universe is 100. The grand universe is 700,000 local universes. Any human evolutionary will being coming from any of those planets in the grand universe. The path and the plan is for human will being to ascend to become a finaliter, meaning a human evolutionary will being dies, is resurrected, goes to mansion worlds, goes to higher spheres, goes inward in a sense towards paradise Havona, eventually achieves Havona, the perfect universe surrounding paradise. Eventually, the human evolutionary will being achieves paradise and is embraced by the three members of the Trinity, the infinite spirit first, the eternal Son second, and the universal Father third. And the universal Father is the original first being. And after a human evolutionary will being meets the universal Father, is embraced by the universal Father, then that being becomes a finaliter. This is in the Urantia book. This is how the Urantia book puts the mortal ascension for virtually every human evolutionary being on this planet and all planets in creation. All human evolutionary will being planets in creation. But so then finaliters are destined to go to the next outer space level. This would be called the first outer space level, or the grand universe outside of the Paradise Havona system. Paradise Havona system is eternal. The outer space levels are not. The outer space levels are evolutionary. So here in the first evolutionary outer space level, or the grand universe, there's an outer space level beyond this outer space level. And the Urantia book mentions four total outer space levels. And so in the next outer space level, finaliters will go to that. They will go to that. Finaliters will go to the next outer space level, along with the Creator Sons, Michael Nebadon, and the Divine Ministers. That's what the Urantia book is saying. Minor and major sector stages. Not one of the 7 super universes has attained a level of progression even approaching this. So a minor sector would be, wow. If there's 100,000, a minor sector would be, I'm going to say 100 local universes, and a major sector. There are 10 major sectors in a super universe. This is the super universe of Orvonton. These types of numbers and all this information is in the Urantia book. All this specifics about this in the Urantia book. 7th or super universe age of light and life, when an entire super universe settles in light and life. So there are those who hold that the Supreme Being himself will emerge from the Havona mystery, enshrouding his spirit person, and will become residential on the headquarters of the 7th super universe as the almighty and experiential sovereign of the perfected creations of time and space. So when all of the super universes are settled in light and life, the entire grand universe will be run by the sovereign of the entire grand universe will be the supreme being. That's the title given to this person in the Urantia book. And he is an experiential being in the making, in terms of as perfect beings, the Trinity, other perfect beings, other high beings from Paradise Savona, and the capital of Orvanton, the super universe, as high beings merge with imperfect beings, human evolutionary will beings, seraphim, other lower beings, and every single being in between, medium levels of sonship. When as every single being comes together in terms of light and life, meaning the relative goodness and perfection of every single being in existence at that time, because there are no beings in existence in the first outer space level yet. No personal beings in existence in the outer space level beyond the grand universe yet. So when every single being in existence has a good character in terms of love, goodness, care, then the supreme being, the entire grand universe will be settled in light and life, and the supreme being will be an amalgamation of all beings that are present at that time, and the supreme being will be the sovereign, the experiential sovereign, having been created by both the high perfect beings, the Trinity and others, and the lower evolutionary beings, the imperfect beings. The supreme being will have been created by every single being in existence at that time, and he shall be the sovereign of the entire grand universe. Paper 56, Universal Unity. The diverse levels of creation are all unified in the plans and administration of the architects of the master universe. So the architects of the master universe, they say that certain high beings, like so high in terms of so close to the Trinity, in terms of their creation, that they are almost eventuated as opposed to created, like they are almost eternal also. So I believe the Urantia book says something about that for the architects of the master universe. The architects of the master universe are personal beings, high beings, close to the level of the Trinity itself. So the Trinity is the highest level of those three beings. And the architects of the master universe are very high level, very close to the level of the Trinity itself. So the architects of the master universe create or make the plans for the creation of all of creation. There's a description of them in here. They talk about how many are currently being used. Whether the number's 28,000, 12 currently for the grand universe. I don't know. I forget. There are numbers given for the architects of the master universe in the Urantia book. Intellectual unity. The Thought Father. Oh, man. Realizes spirit expression in the word sun and attains reality expansion through paradise in the far-flung material universes. So the universal Father and the eternal Son, the first two persons of deity, create the creator sons. The creator son of this local universe of Nebadon is called Michael of Nebadon, and he bestowed himself on this planet as Jesus of Nazareth. So the second person of the Trinity, the eternal Son, unites, combines with the third person of the Trinity, the infinite Spirit, and creates magisterial avonal sons, such as myself. And we are described in the Urantia book. Section 3, Spiritual Unification. The universal Father is one, but to time, space, he is revealed in the dual phenomena of pure energy and pure spirit. So there are many, many sentences in the Urantia book. That's one sentence in one paragraph. There are many paragraphs, many sentences in the Urantia book to explain spiritual truth. Mortal mind is the creation of the sons and daughters of the eternal Son and the infinite Spirit, and when fused with the thought adjuster from the Father, partake of the threefold spirit endowment of the evolutionary realms. So, mortal mind, my mind, your mind, any mortal's mind, any human evolutionary will being's mind on this planet, prior, post, on this planet now. The mortal mind is the creation of Michael of Nebadon, the creator son, the son of the eternal Son, and the divine minister, the consort of Michael of Nebadon. The divine minister is the child of the infinite Spirit, the third person of deity. The thought adjuster is another topic in this book, a long topic, a lot of paragraphs, a lot of papers given to that topic. It's an important topic. It's the Spirit of God in every normal-minded human being on this planet. Paper 56, section 5, deity unity. Section 6, unification of evolutionary deity. There's a lot of complicated technical subjects in this book about deity. A lot of these paragraphs, especially in the foreword, but a lot of them are here in this paper on universal unity. A lot of technical detail information about deity, what it really means, as these spirits explain what deity really means. Very technical information. The universal Father, the eternal Son, and the infinite Spirit are existential deity manifestations to intelligent creatures and are not, therefore, similarly expanded in personality relations with the mind and spirit creatures of all creation. One sentence, there are so many sentences like that can be explained somewhat. Existential to me means no beginning, no ending, virtually the same thing as eternal. But the Urantia book uses the word existential in its own way to sort of, I think, differentiate from what eternal means in this book. Bear in mind all that God the Father and his paradise sons, such as myself, do for us. We in turn and in spirit have the opportunity to do for and in the emerging supreme being. So bear in mind all that God the Father and myself and my other paradise brothers, the other paradise sons, the creator sons, other magisterial livonal sons, such as myself, and Trinity Teacher Sons, do for all of us. All of us in turn and in spirit have the opportunity to do for the emerging supreme being, the eventual ruler of the grand universe, as explained in the Urantia book.